Today has been quite the day for streaming. The IO ban here. Interesting. That would have been a little bit difficult, I think, if they decided to run an IO because it would have been very greedy. Because rear pick again, not the best position 5, unless they're both gonna do like a 4.5. But maybe they know something we don't, and the Dazzle's gonna get picked up on the side of Team NT here, so that'll be a nice heal bomb coming through over onto the axe.
Yeah, this is all like Dry Ranger safety. No relocate, no lifestealer bomb for the blink, disruption save. I mean, they could also. Yep, there
There's
you
a
go.
Drow Ranger. Yep. Really gonna make use of all of the range coming out from Four Elements Gaming right now. It's a little risky though. I think picking up that Drow Ranger so early because they can still pick up something that can close the gap on her.
Not as effectively as they already banned out the major gap closers that you generally worry about as a Dry Ranger, except for Slark. But that puts your Slark. That means you have a Slark, and it's not great versus it's not bad, but it forces you to use Slark, which is not one of the best carries in the world right now. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they might just go for like a Juggernaut or something anyway. Ember, oh no,
Ember's already been banned out. Yeah, they banned out most of the meta picks right now. The Lone Druid, the Ember, the Slardar, and the Luna. They go for the Sniper though.
that's also a really good.
It's a good denial pick, I think, right? With having a Drow Ranger over on the side of Four Elements.
Yeah, not necessarily. I mean, that's assuming the Marauders of position 4. They could easily just do like a Weaver right here. Alright, there's your off lane. So it's probably alright. So you're so open.
I think they still need a mid on the side of Four Elements. I don't think the Drow's gonna be a mid just because it's too easy to kind of gank. Although the supports that they have over the side of Team NT are not the best at ganking, so it wouldn't be that bad. They could still go for something as a hard carry as well if the Mirana's not going to be run as a 4.
It's going to be basically impossible to catch this Drow Ranger right now. They have one hero that jumps, and that's the axe. And your carry is going to need a blink dagger now, unless your sniper's your carry. And you're going to run into SD illusion save. You're going to have Ags Centaur. I would hope eventually for that. Also, you just click your R, low cooldown. Dry Ranger takes a lot less damage. Can't kill her. Carry wise, the only normal carries left in the pool. They could also pick Spectre. Lifestealers banned and Dry Rangers picked already.
What about a Quap too? I mean, because if Axe gets a good call off, then they could get a nice Sonic Wave coming out from the Quap.
The only problem with that is your entire lineup is very, very squishy, so you're very susceptible to like a Shadow Demon Miranda gank with a Warrunner stop. You're just dead, and it's it's a really squishy lineup to play around a team that's only going to run at your tower. Like you need to have that HP to extend to push them off because their wave clear. Their wave clear is okay. They have the shrapnel, the shallow waves. Okay, Fade Bolt's not bad either.
Well, see, I'm just thinking that the Quap might be a good choice here because of the fact that she is so mobile. So if you see that, Shadow Demon and Mirana are starting to head over to mid, she does have an escape. Again, like you said, though, she is very squishy. But we'll be able to close the gap on the Drow, and also if she picks up an Axe, it's going to be pure damage.
Except if she gets gusted, she's auto dead.
True. So
I honestly wouldn't pick it because you don't scale that well. Right click versus a hero that builds high armor, high HP potentially. So plus the Centaur, if he eventually gets. They could also do something like a Lycan. Lycan's not terrible here.
Oh, that's a nasty mid pickup.
Lycan, I actually like Lycan a lot here. Centaur can't really bully him around. You can also push towers just as fast as a Drow Ranger can, if not faster potentially. If you have enough items online, it closes the distance she can gust you, and you just run at her anyway, and you don't really care about the silence, so it's good there. You can easily dodge the Centaur stun because it takes 16 hours to actually cast it. They could do Ursa as well.
I was thinking the Ursa. He'd probably need to pick up like a BKB though to avoid all the stuns and things, but
the only thing is he's still gonna get kited by Viper's ult.
Yeah.
Potentially, but
I always go for something like a Lincoln's though too. I don't know. It probably wouldn't make sense to go for a Lincoln's.
Or you could just pick the classic Jug. Everyone loves that hero. It's an easy hero to play around, play with.
looks like Team NT is really taking their time trying to decide what they want for this last pickup here.
I'd like to see them pick us. Currently, they have Lift and, well, I guess Call.
I mean, this doesn't solve their gap problem, and it's still pretty squishy though too. I was like, what about an OD? But I don't know. I'm not sure here. Go for the Weaver instead. Okay. Alright, well, they're going to be putting a lot of pressure on that Axe to make sure that he gets good initiations and he's soaking up most of the damage. The Dazzle will be able to help quite a bit, since he'll be able to throw out the heal bombs and the saves, but yeah, they are on the squishier side here. Alright, looks like we're loaded into the game. Go ahead and introduce teams. Yeah, lots of lag coming in when we first start. I actually cannot move yet. Are you able to move your camera around?
Nope.
Okay, good. It's not just me then. Because it's showing that your camera was wiggling, so I thought it was just me. Okay, I still cannot move my camera.
Yep, me neither.
Alright, I guess I'll disconnect and reconnect. Hold on. That's very strange.
That's your other.
I still cannot move my camera at all.
Did you close Dota or did you just disconnect?
I just disconnected. I'll close Dota completely.
Let's see. Yeah, you got reclose. Alright, well, there's a smoke gank happening bot as right now 4 elements is pushing into the jungle. Mizzy and Foreign are sitting there. See the disruption off. Looks like they're not gonna get the disruption off, so he'll be fine. Might secure room for Centaur. I guess I'll go ahead. Teams.
Yeah, I'm loading back in now. But
alright, I'll wait. I'll let you do it.
I'm hopeful that that fixes it. Okay, yeah, we're good now. Alright, so sorry about that, guys. Over on the side of Team NT, we've got Muzzy, who's going to be playing our Weaver. We've got Amane, who will be playing our Dazzle. On our Rubik, we'll have Lord Forn. On our Sniper, we'll have Torn over in mid. And on the offlane, we'll have Lance playing the Axe. On the side of 4 Elements Gaming, we've got, I'm gonna say Zelfer, I guess, on the Shadow Demon. On the Marana, we've got a Black Lemur, who will be playing that. And Fuzzy Cat, gonna be playing the Drow Ranger. Mid lane, we've got GGP, Gonna be playing GP, sorry. Gonna be playing our Viper, and in the bot lane we've got Guns for Hands. Gonna be playing our Centaur. We're already seeing a little bit of aggression coming out here from the side of Team NT. They're gonna try to put a lot of damage onto the Centaur. They know he doesn't have Stomp because he's clearly showing that he's got the return coming off of him, but he's gonna make it out, but he's gonna have to burn through some of that regen in the meanwhile.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong lane. He can Sakuchi through the wave and pretty much guarantee a heal bomb on Centaur every time, so it's gonna be scary for him.
And
yeah, they're already invading with Rex, by the way.
Yeah, I was about to say, they're taking over this small little jungle portion, making sure that Axe isn't going to be able to safely get anything out of this. Be a little bit frustrating for Axe, but he will be able to go ahead and go someplace else into the jungle. Problem with that is that it means that Torn's going to get a lot more pressure placed on him if that Mirana and Shadow Demon are allowed to roam. And Centaur's already had to pop his shrine down here in the bot lane. He's down to 1 tango at this point. A little bit of regen coming off of this mango, but definitely having a difficult time holding his own.
Just like you talked about, here it comes.
Here's the rotation coming out. They've used a smoke as well, so Torn should realize that, you know, they're missing from the top lane, but in comes the Shadow Demon. Torn trying to run himself out. Viper standing nearby. In comes the arrow. It's going to land directly on him. That's going to be a very, very dead sniper. Dazzle showing up right at the end there, unfortunately, just a little too late. So then begs the question. They're winning bottom really, really hard. They're going to be able to win jungle, so to speak. Do we just see the Dazzle babysit over here in mid, or does the Axe actually go back to that lane? And yeah, he's going to suffer pretty badly because of it, but he'll keep the pressure off the sniper.
That's a tough call to make. I mean, you could send him off lane with the Dazzle and put pressure on the safe lane, but it won't work well. You can sit behind the sniper, but then Centaur is going to get more out of the safe lane, which you don't necessarily want anyway. You're just going to have to hold on and hope for that early blink dagger. That's what they're going to have to do.
I feel like, you know, seeing this Mirana just throwing her weight around over here on the side. I feel like Axe has the better capabilities, though, to catch up on farm, so it might be better for him to go to the lane. He's not going to get too much out of it, but he's going to be able to hold those supports in place. It might be worth it, honestly. And Fuzzy's not going to see him right there.
The problem is, he goes from having like an 8-9 minute blink dagger to a 13 dagger.
That's true.
So he sits in lane, but then he doesn't have a blink dagger.
Bit of movement going on in the bottom lane here. We do have the Shadow Demon who's come out. Looks like they're going to just be doing duo lanes right now. Over on the side of 4 Elements Gaming. I guess they're trying to secure Centaur a little bit better.
Also, I really like GGGPs.
I know, it's too many G's.
Choice. Triple GP.
Triple GP, I like that. We'll do that.
His boot choice is really smart versus sniper. He got the phase boot to bottom lane.
Oh, it looks like Centaur's going to be the first blood taken down by Muzzy. This Centaur is having a really difficult time dealing with all the harass coming out from the 3 ranged here in bottom.
Like I was saying, the phase boot's good because it helps him avoid the kiting from the sniper. Trap and all everything. A little bit better than Treads would, so.
And Sniper actually going to pick himself up a haste rune here over in the mid lane. Doesn't have a bottle or anything, just going to be super, super speedy. Would like to see this Axe take a little bit more advantage of the fact that he knows that the supports had rotated towards bot. Looks like he's doing that right now, is going back to lane.
This drough's almost 6 at 5 minutes.
She's had basically a solo lane, and her last hits and denies are very, very good, actually. She's 30 and 20.
Almost got her helm too. Not almost, but she's getting there.
So to say, like, not sure she almost has that. That'd be pretty ridiculous. But
oh, she needs a little bit more for headdress, recipe. Yeah, she's getting there. 425 in the bank.
Looks like this ward over here on the side has spotted out that Dazzle is making his way over to the shrine. I think we're going to be seeing a rotation.
Just warding. He's gonna check for the forts if there's a stable out, if they're gonna go. However, they should see him walk back with no ward, so they should.
They should suspect something. I'm actually surprised that Dazzle wouldn't place that ward in so very deep. I usually err on the side of caution, and I try to put mine like around like here-ish or so. But I mean, if they're not gonna punish him for going over there, why not get more vision?
Axe is about to be
Axe
punished though.
is gonna die. Yeah, there's a disruption. Arrows coming through will connect directly onto him. This is gonna be a nice cleanup here for this Mirana, I think. And actually, the Shadow Demon gonna get the kill. A little too greedy, I think, coming out from the axe there.
They're doing a really good job hitting the combo.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. They're timing it just right. You know, despite everything, though, Axe is actually sitting at about the same place as the Centaur right now. Actually, a little bit further ahead from Centaur as well, too, so... Disruption coming in here. There is a punch out over into mid. They're able to get the heal bomb off, though, and they take down Viper. Now, Zelfer's in a little bit of trouble. I don't think they're gonna dive this. But this Drow has just been allowed to throw her weight around again, and she's just eyes on the prize going after this tower. And that's not what you want when they're running a Drow spread against you. Sniper actually getting bullied back by Triple GP here. Sniper kind of relying on that shrapnel, but he's taking a lot of damage from the one level in the corrosive skin because he isn't particularly tanky, obviously, and every time he does try to go in for any right clicks, he's suffering a bit for it. Ooh, Drow getting the silence off immediately, turning around on this axe though, and the Mirana is standing nearby. I'm not sure if the other two supports are aware of it, although Drow will be thrown up into the sky. Arrow actually does not connect. Lance is not going to be able to go and connect his call either. Drow very slowly moving away. In comes the Shadow Demon. They're looking to try to capitalize on this. We'll turn back around. Mirana does not have the arrow quite yet. Does have the leap though, but it's not necessary. Fuzzy Cat will be able to just wipe the floor with him.
That damage.
Meanwhile, Centaur just cannot take a break here in the bottom lane. Muzzy just forcing him back every single time. He's got his tranquils now, so he'll be able to stay in lane a little bit better, but... still having to back up quite a bit and use that shrine whenever it's up.
This wave should be the top tower.
Yeah, I don't think Foyne can do much of anything about this here, especially with all three of them. He's just gonna die if he goes anywhere forward. Pings are coming out here. They're not going to be able to quite grab him. We'll be able to throw a ward down, though.
I mean, honestly, I think they just go mid and force that sniper out of their lane. They have they don't have Centaur lane. Once Centaur has his ult, then they do it. Just, you know, wait for the creep wave to get to the tower and dive the tower. Get a kill or two.
If I was Torn, I'd be feeling very, very anxious right now because they're...
Yeah, he knows. Yeah. Look at him.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're looking like they might be able to get the kill on the Dazzle, but they do have the heal up coming in, and they do have Shallow Grave still on. One more hit should be able to take down Centaur. And
arrow?
The arrow will connect over onto Weaver. Amane standing nearby. He does have Shallow Grave. He does have a heal. Gonna be just fine. Meanwhile, Viper has a haste druid, and he's looking for blood. Might be able to find Forn over here. Does see him. I'm not sure if he's going to be willing to dive beyond the tower. There's the Viper strike. He realizes that the TPs are coming out, though, and he's just going to move himself out and away. Meanwhile, Torn hanging out in mid here. Definitely needs some support here from his team. I don't think they're going to be able to do much, though. Axe doesn't have the Blink Dagger quite yet, so they can't really close the gap on this. I'm lagging a little bit in game.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not sure what's going on with Dota tonight. Looks like they are also experiencing lag since they have the pause there. I'm not sure how they're going to be able to defend this. I think they're going to have to let the tier 1 mid go. Let's see, they actually popped the Centaur ulti. They have the Mirana standing nearby, but not actually going to throw that arrow. They've gotten scared off, and Weaver definitely saw her over into the side. More shrapnel getting thrown out, trying to just keep them off the tower here. They seem pretty insistent on this, and Axe is very desperately trying to get enough gold for this Blink Dagger. He's getting close to it, though. He's at 1926 right now. Not quite there yet, but making up for lost time pretty well. And Rubik actually going to be able to steal Viper Strike. You still there, Pink? You're being awfully quiet.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on audio stuff. Apparently I'm cutting out, so I have to mess with my threshold a little bit. Hopefully it's working now.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Viper Strike getting used over here onto the Drow Ranger. We'll be able to pull it back. This is the Gust. In comes the Assassinate. Mane trying to come forward here, trying to get this kill, but Drow going to be able to run himself out. An arrow. Moonlight Shadow actually will get committed. In comes the arrow. It's going to hit Mane. He's going to get stunned up by the tower, but I think he's still very much dead. Rana coming in around the corner. She really wants this one last hit, and Black Limmer are going to be able to take it.
GGP. Deep.
Triple GP. There goes another tower, which means Weaver's tower is the last one that they have left. Muzzy's gonna have to be very, very careful here in the bot lane. Smoke actually getting used coming out here on Lance. This is actually very, very suspect. We'll be able to blink forward. They'll get the kill over onto the Centaur, but there's a lot more people coming down there. And Lance gonna run directly into them with his face now. We'll get a bit kited by the Viper. There's gonna be the disruption getting thrown out over onto the side. Weaver will be able to run, but the Dazzle will get taken down. Sentry gets placed as well. They're trying to find this Weaver, and they will be able to get the kill with a final Starfall.
Yeah, Dazzle got clipped by... He got slowed by the Viper and then clipped by the arrow. And then what do you do about it?
The slow death is the worst type of death.
There's also such, like... That's one of the few things you don't really, like, talk about in terms of pushing is how well they're... Like, they came with sentries, they came prepared, they were like, if we're gonna push this lane, we're doing it with sentries.
Oh, nice taunt coming in from the Axe. Gonna try to draw her towards the tower, but the save coming in from the Shadow Demon will be able to start them, and immediately there's the Centaur ulti coming in. Looks like Thorn's in a lot of trouble. Starfall will take him down, and there's the Viper Strike getting used over on Torn. He is just boxed in a corner. He's not gonna be able to get out, and they have clear vision on Lance. That's gonna be a dead Axe.
And tower.
And tower. They're doing exactly what they need to. They're executing this very, very well, like you were saying. They're coming like totally ready with the sentry wards. The look how far back Viper is with this Dragon Lance. Just hitting this tower. They've got all their vision. They're just plowing through them the way that a Drow strat should go.
I'm actually not a fan. The only time I'm ever not a fan of Dragon Lance on Viper is when you have a dry lineup, because you don't necessarily want to be sitting behind the Drow. You want to be kind of in front of her, so at least, you know, she has another buffer. Like, you can apply a slow before they get to her even. So I'd rather have seen him build, you know, maybe like start building towards this S&Y or something like that. But clearly it's working for him, so.
And you definitely gotta hand it to the offlaners here. Both of them had a really difficult time in lane. Guns for Hands actually has got his completed Vanguard now, plus his Tranquils, and Axe really, he just, once he found the space, went and he got that Blink Dagger as fast as he could. So major props to both of these offlaners for, you know, sticking it out, getting what they need.
They can fight top, yeah. Looks like they're going.
Yeah, there's a Shadow Demon. He's already thrown himself into the trees. I'm not sure. Let's see. They do have Mirana ulti up if they want. Looks like what's happening down here? Centaur is just running behind towers. He's going to be able to TP out quite easily here. And the rest of Team NT is going to have to run themselves out. They don't want anything to do with this.
NT is going to start needing to think about Roche, warding Roche as well. Oh, they already have. Never mind, they already rewarding it because they can probably do it. They might want to go for a tier 2, the mid and off lane, and then just go. Careful about that.
Just their just barreling through all of these towers now. I think it's safe to assume that we're going to see a Drow get banned in the next game here. Great vision coming out from the side of 4 Elements Gaming. There's just not too much that the side of Team NT can do right now. Even if Axe jumps in there, I'm pretty sure he's just gonna get blown up. Hog will get thrown out. Strau's just running away with the net worth as well right now. She's gonna get 7.3k. Next closest on the side of the Radiant is the Weaver at 5.1, and there's the Moonlight Shadow getting used right now. I don't see...
Yep, here it comes.
Yeah, they do have sentries.
Oh, Lance, it's gonna hurt.
Ooh, yep. Well, they'll go in, immediately take out the Dazzle, immediately go ahead, silence that Axe. And Starfall coming in, there's a couple arrows. Lance should be able to make it out alive from here, but they're gonna have to give up that tower. Oh, couple hits coming out from the Drow. I thought that was actually gonna connect over onto the Axe, and they're gonna be able to just backdoor this tower.
Sniper could kill the... Oh, no, he's way too far away.
I don't think he has vision either.
He is...
Muzzy trying his best to kind of cut the wave over here and slow them down, but they can just go right through that tower, especially with the Centaur being able to return tower damage and just all the damage coming out from the precision aura on Drow.
Yeah, let's see. Weaver's hitting for 130 roughly. Sniper's hitting for just about 100. Your 4 position support Mirana is also hitting for about 110. So
it's pretty nasty. It's a lot of damage coming out from them early.
When your 4 positions hitting as hard as your mid laner, you gotta be a little worried. But they have insanely good high ground. So
they're definitely gonna have to take Roche if they have any hope of going high ground this early. They do bully out this Centaur a little bit, but I don't think they want to put a lot of, or waste a lot of resources on him currently. If you were Team NT, what would you be doing right now? What do you think is the best way to play this, other than trying to force this later?
Farming, or I would admit, what's Weaver going? I'd skip the Lincolns because it's gonna probably not help you for the next. He needs to go damage right now because they're like severely lacking in damage. So I would have seen him rather get at Deso and just split push towers. Because right now their pickoff isn't great. Like Centaur doesn't have a blink yet, so they have to rely on the invis initiation. So
I think they know that they're in Roche, but there's not too much that they can do about this here. The arrow's actually going to come out. It will just graze by Sniper's ear. Dazzle coming in, immediately throwing up that Moonlight Shadow. We'll be able to throw an Assassinate over onto Fuzzy Cat, but Mane now needs to be very careful. Here comes the Axe. Looks like they're getting ready for this fight. They want to take this immediately. Oh, they jump right onto the Drow. There goes all the extra damage, and now Shadow Demon in a lot of trouble here. Will try to save himself with that disruption. Won't be quite enough. Meanwhile, Viper and Mirana will back themselves off, and they'll actually be able to take this Roche. Looks like they want to go back in. Regen Ring will get denied. Centaur standing nearby. Amane, perfect timing with that shallow grave coming in. Still, we'll be able to wipe up the Axe, and Muzzy will get himself a kill over onto Centaur. Possibly a double kill here now with the Viper. He's trying to go over takedown forward, and he will actually complete it, but they don't have enough to slow down the Mirana. She will make it out.
That's one way to get yourself back in the game.
Oh my gosh. Looks like Weaver's gonna try to take this tower, but I don't think he can do it quite on his own. Does have that Aegis as well, but the rest of his team are busy shrining up, especially after seeing the Dazzle sitting at 4% health. Centaur working hard on that Blink Dagger, sitting at 1,600 gold right now. Getting closer and closer to it. Poor Dazzle. Dazzle's so poor. He's got a net worth of 1.9k right now.
Oh no, guys, not in the tower. Where are you going? See, come on.
Let's see. How's Drow? Drow's got herself a
Oh,
Yasha
foreign.
completed now. That tower gold. Too good. Rana's getting very close to finishing up these Ags here. She needs 2 more pieces of it, and she's almost at another 1,000, so... It's like they're gonna group up, maybe? They do have a smoke on the Marana, so they could go for some sort of a gank here. They don't have any wards up over into the Radiance jungle, though, so I'm not sure if they want to do that or if they smoke up and then try to place some wards. That might be a good call, too. Triple GP has finished his Dragon Lance here as well now. They're slowly starting to catch up with the Drow's net worth. Drow's sitting at 9.4k and the Weaver's sitting at 8.7 right now. Axe completing his blade mail. Looks like they're waiting for Viper to come do their smoke with them. I feel like they've got to figure something's going on. Although Viper's actually already TPing bottom. He knows that they're going to try to go for a push. So they might... Oh, he Lance jumps in. Tries to get that call off. Unfortunately, he's not going to get it off quite in time here. Nice try, though. Nice guess. Viper strike getting picked up again over on Foreign. Arrows coming in. Won't quite hit the Rubik here. And Viper will force step himself forward. They really want to get Foreign. Foreign going to go hide in the trees. The rest of the team... gonna see a couple TPs coming out. They don't want anything to do with this. They don't want to fight it. Lance maybe a little bit too greedy here. Does have his blink dagger though. Will be able to just pop himself away if necessary. Another arrow getting thrown out. And a lot of build up for nothing, it seems.
Yeah, well, they're gonna get the tower at least. Mitzi's doing a really good job too of using the space he's getting. He's on his way to his death, so he's already has Lincolns, so
Axe needing to be a little bit careful here. He is getting spot out by Zelfer. And Muzzy coming down bot now. He's got his Dragon Lance back into his stash. Oh, they break the smoke immediately. Rubik and the Dazzler gonna get hit. The arrow will come in. Dazzle just barely alive here. Might be able to get out, but still we're gonna lose the Shadow Demon. We'll lose the Marana. We'll lose the Centaur. Viper sitting very, very low. He needs to get that Bug off with the Pronto. Bug will actually get the final kill. Now Fuzzy Cat's in so much trouble. Muzzy comes in. He's got a triple kill. Very well played.
That call from if they win this game, Lance is the MVP for that call. That was the sickest call I think we're gonna see probably group stages. 4-man call. Oh, sick. that honestly just got them like all the tower with them, everything like. That's all gone now. That one axe call just put them right back in this game.
That triple kill also put Weaver above the Drow in terms of net worth now. 11.2k versus 9.7k. Like, that's actually pretty huge here.
And he's just about got a Deso for one.
He can pick up that Deso. He's got the Aegis. Oh, nice stomp though coming out. We'll be able to take down the Rubik. The Weaver a little bit more trouble here, should be able to just wiggle his way out. Turns back around, tries to bait them out over here on the side, and now Amane in a little bit of trouble. Looks like he's gonna throw the Shallow Grave over out on Torn, but Torn's still in a lot of trouble as well. The Stomp will come out, he won't be able to get out, and Muzzy and the Axe will be last people standing. The smoke breaks immediately. I've been seeing a lot of smokes that immediately pop in this particular game. I think that's the... Oh, Lance lives in the trees now. Rana's almost completed her Ags.
Almost step by T.
They should be able to take this tower, though. It's already sitting very, very low. Still will be pretty difficult for them to take the high ground, though.
Oh, yeah, Centaur's rushing the Axe, too.
Yeah. Axe is standing nearby here over in the shadows. I think he's just hoping that that Shadow Demon's gonna wiggle his way, but needs to be very careful. Of course, Muzzy now coming in with the Invis Rune will be able to do a little bit of scouting, and they might be able to get an easy pick off here, especially if Shadow Demon moves away from his tower. In fact, he is going to come right around the corner. Lance should be able to see him here. Will come forward, get the call off, and immediately that Deso plus Blade Mail equals a dead Shadow Demon. It's a nice pick off there. And if we look at the maps right now, it's actually pretty ridiculous. If we look in terms of experience earned, we're seeing a really strong lead going over to the sides of 4 Elements Gaming, especially because of the fact they just picked objective after objective. But after that last fight, it started going towards the side of Team NT, and did spike up towards their side, is coming back down a little bit. Same thing goes in terms of net worth, still going in favor of 4 Elements Gaming, but as the ping comes out because Viper activated the shrine. Team NT definitely proving that they're still in this game.
Smoke it.
A little bit of a risky play here considering that they don't have the Weaver and they also don't have any vision in the dire jungle. Looks like they do have a ward and a couple sentries over here on their supports. So they're gonna go in. Arrow gets thrown out. They're looking. They've realized that no one's showing on the map right now, so they need to be careful. In fact, we're seeing the side of 4 Elements Gaming, they're all kind of heading towards the other side of the map because if they're not in their jungle and they're not showing, chances are they're looking for a kill. Drow in a little bit of trouble. Nice taunt coming in from Lance immediately. Will be able to go forward here. He dodges the arrow. Nice for Hurricane, but it's not going to be enough. Drow will get taken down with an assassinate. Drow almost making it out of it that time.
That would have been great if they, if Roche, they could have went.
If what?
If Roche was up, that would have been perfect gank because they could have just walked right into Roche. But it's not up, so.
I mean, that's a huge kill for them though, taking the drought, because then all of the extra bonus damage is not gonna be available to them while she's dead. I do think they might have spotted them out throwing a ward. Definitely a couple pings coming out. I feel for Amane right now, like, being the poorest member of the team and also the poorest person on the game in general. I feel like that's sometimes my life as well.
I mean, his game has literally been like The Bodyguard the movie. He is just standing up. He is just walking in front of arrows.
Uh-oh, there's something going on over here on the corner. Looks like Weaver's actually dead, and that's a mega 5 kill streak that just got ended. Amane now also not going to be able to go ahead through that shallow grave up. And Lord 4 now also in a lot of danger as well will be able to get the kill over onto Rubik. It's a very successful gank, being able to wipe up 3 different people here. My goodness. Viper now sitting on quite a big chunk of change here, 2.6k. And this centaur is getting really, really close to Ags.
I think everybody is actually. SD almost has it too.
I think they have to wait for the Weaver to come up.
You could do the Centaur trick where Centaur takes aggro, and then you just use your ult and look where the furthest your aggro.
Oh, Lance immediately jumping in here. Will be able to force himself forward and try to pull the Centaur in a little bit deeper. There's a nice save coming out from Shadow Demon, and they've used the ultimate over here, so they're not going to be able to see him. They just dust the Centaur, though, and they actually stole Centaur ulti, which means they're going to be chasing after him, and I don't think Gunter Hans is going to be able to make his way out of this here. Dunk coming in. Lance will be able to clean up. Arrow coming in just a little bit too late, unfortunately. So they did lose a tower during that. They're probably going to be going for shrines next, but
They could actually. They should run to Roche right now.
Roche is up. That is true. Tasso buying all the wards in the world here. And it looks like they want to push first. It looks Centaur down for another 20 seconds or so. They should be able to get a little bit done without all that tankiness in front of them to protect the Drow. And the Mirana, of course. Sentry getting placed over on the side. They don't want to be surprised by anything here. Arrow actually, was that an arrow or?
Yeah.
Okay, it was bugged out on my screen. Lincoln's actually gonna get popped here. Weaver's gonna be silenced, immediately gonna get thrown on the shallow grave. Maybe just a little bit too early here. And Gunsper's chasing after. We lose a mana in the process though. Now Forn is also gonna be a sacrificial lamb here. He's gonna get taken down immediately. Yeah, I think maybe Roche was the better call there. In fact, that looks like that's exactly where the side of 4 Elements Gaming wants to go right now. Bugs will scout them out, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do anything because Axe is actually sitting in the bottom lane. By the time he switches his TP over from his backpack and TPs his brain, it's just going to be too late, I think. And they will go and take up the top shrine here right now. And Centaur actually does spot out Muzzy here. And the rest of the team is close hot on his heels, so he's gonna have to go hide himself into the tree line, TP himself out.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if you saw that trick earlier. Viper did mid lane. That's a neat little trick you can do as a take aggro off your tower. I assume he did it on purpose. He hurricane piked the creep, so he got the right click off on the creep and aggroed it past the tower to him. It's a lot more safer than having to walk up and right click. You know, a lot of times that one guy will get caught because somebody will blink in when they right click the creep to pull up the tower, and that's how you get caught. So that's a fairly safer way to do that. That's pretty nice trick.
The Viper actually has a completed Assault Cuirass now. Crimson Guard completed now over on Guns for Hands. Fuzzy Cat now has his Manta. They're ready for round 2 here. They're ready to go. I know that Viper is separated from the rest of the team here. He does have a haste rune. We'll be able to regroup with them very quickly. They're just gonna run their way.
Well, they just lost mid.
Immediately, Yule's coming out here. Amani's in a lot of trouble. He's silenced up. He will get taken down. Weaver coming in, though, trying to go into the back lines to put some pressure over onto the Sprout. They do have a sentry down, though. He needs to be very, very careful. In fact, Miranda going to turn around here. He does have time lapse. He's going to move himself back. Meanwhile, though, we lose the Axe in the process. There's just too much shadow poison on him. And the rest of the team gonna feel pretty satisfied with taking mid-racks, and it looks like they're thinking about going in towards the top as well. Ward gets placed down, immediately gonna try to do what it will be able to do it, but Rubik in a little bit of trouble. Now, oh, the stomp coming in. They just missed the gust over onto Muzzy. Buyback coming out from Axe as well, and Shadow Demon now, I believe, is going to pay for this with his life. He will get taken down. The rest of the team will actually just decide that was enough and head out. And Viper still actually has the Aegis here. Bug's gonna do some scouting over on the side. They will spot out at least 3 of them here. And the chum coming forward from Lance. Oh my goodness, so much damage coming out. He's got that blade mail, and it's actually killing the Mirana here. They will be able to clean her up, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get another kill. Immediately, Centaur ulti coming through. They use Weave over onto the side of 4 Elements Gaming. Torn will get taken down. He's just slowed too much. Bugs will come out. Amani should be able to get himself out. They do spot him at the last second, but
It looked like he had Grave too, but I think he was too shell-shocked from the 18 other times he's tried to Grave. I just got obliterated.
It's possible. I mean, this team just runs at you. Literally, just runs at you. Plus of the Centaur Ags are actually able to grab Viper over here on the side. I'm not sure they have quite enough damage though to take him down. Looks like they're trying to chase after him. We're here with the Deso, but 4 Elements Gaming looks like they're going to back off, regroup. They don't have the Mirana quite yet. And they're accomplishing a lot. No need to really rush it at this point in time.
Probably gonna have their next set of items coming soon, I'd imagine.
Oh, they have a gem on Mirana now. Silver needs to be a little bit careful here. I think they might know. Actually, that's a sentry. Never mind. Just because I'm fairly certain that this Weaver can just slice him down pretty easily. BKB pick up on Weaver now, so it's not going to be able to get disrupted or gusted, but Viper Strike will of course go through that, and they do have a gem, so they'll be able to keep tabs on him. Smoke gets used in the base. It's like they're gonna go try to maybe reclaim the jungle here. Meanwhile, over on the side of, oh yeah, they definitely know that they're in the jungle, especially with Black Gleamer taking down that, sentry ward over here on the side. Axe is coming forward. He's looking for the jump. Will come forward. Murata will leap right in. Oh, beautiful execution coming out here with the centaur jumping right back in. There's the blade though getting popped. They go ahead. They pop the Murata ulti as well. Things are just kind of all over the place. Rivik again being able to steal the centaur ulti. Looks like they're going to run themselves out, but Lance turns back around. I'm not sure if that was a bit of miscommunication here. This is a very, very dead Axe, and it looks like there's going to be a dead Dazzle, a dead Thorn, and there goes the Axe. Torn trying to run himself out. He just doesn't have enough for mobility right now. They might actually be able to grab him here. In fact, Viper actually coming forward, chasing down Sniper. He's going to run into his base, but it's not going to be enough. And the GG well played gets called for game number 1. That last fight, everything was just perfect for the side of 4 Elements there. The blink forward from the Axe with the immediate leap from the Mirana, but the leap in coming in from the Centaur with the Gust was just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alright guys, we will be back with game number 2 very soon, so stick around. Alright, guys, we are back with game 2 of Division A, Team NT versus 4 Elements Gaming. 4 Elements Gaming taking game number 1. I'm your caster, Moxie. I'm casting this with my co-caster, Pink Tops, and looks like we've got our captain set up, and we'll get right into the draft. So I have a feeling that either they're going to have to ban Drow or they're going to have to find a way to play around that, because they definitely had a big problem dealing with it over on the side of Team NT. Are you there, Pink Tops, or are you muted?
Yeah,
okay.
no, I'm here. Just this thing.
There's a nice respect ban coming out here from both sides. The axe will actually get banned out, so Team NT Lance can't play that again, and the Shadow Demon will also get removed because it was just too good with the Drow and everyone else being replicated here. Dazzle getting picked up on the side of 4 Elements, and Centaur actually getting picked up on Team NT, so it's a bit of a swap going on here. I open with 2 Strength Heroes right off the bat. Lifestealer and the Centaur.
Yeah, this is the go ahead and pick Drow, we dare you lineup.
Well, like we said, either they had to ban it or they had to figure out a different way to
You did leave Ember in the pool though.
This is true.
I feel like you just auto-pick that. Yeah, Lifestealer has rage and everything, but it's so good.
It looks like 4 Elements is trying to decide what they want to do. Maybe they're considering on which pick order they'd like to go in. We'll pick up the Slardar. That's a lot of negative armor. I wonder if we're going to see Avenge, and maybe Avenge carry? They go full on negative armor strat here.
It's not a bad idea. You build Hurricane Pike on Avenge, where you don't have to worry about the rage. Not the rage, the feast, sorry. Slardar is actually known to be notoriously good versus Lifestealer late game. He doesn't really deal with the damage you have that well. Could also do something like a Juggernaut. Troll Warlord has been seeing some play recently too, and the Dazzle, you know, get the Grave Satanic. Amp damage, people just melt. You always got the Gyro. That's a flavor of the month hero that we really haven't been seeing much in this league.
The Gyrocopter?
As far as I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I know a couple people that have been spamming it currently.
Terribly banned again.
I think they're worried about stuff that's just going to keep running at you on the side of Team NT, because that definitely was 4 Elements' way of playing last game, and it just totally ran them over.
Alright, 4 Elements wants Sniper mid. Let's see if it's
yeah, the
take
ban
it
on
now.
the Storm Spirit.
Well, I guess they could also want to run Drow again, but
It's an Ogre pickup. Good solid support. Bloodlust always a fantastic buff. Not sure what else we're going to see coming out from the set of 4 Elements Gaming. I'm wondering if they have a particularly adept Invoker player, because we keep seeing the Invoker get banned out coming out from Team NT. I'm not super familiar with 4 Elements here, but definitely if they have a good Invoker player, always worth it to throw out a ban on that. Among other reasons to ban Invoker.
this could also be a position for Slardar too. You could always do like a Underlord safe lane as well, or Underlord
True.
off lane.
Underlord is still in the pool, and he's in Captain's mode now, so...
Also, honestly, it wouldn't be bad if you get like a carry with the stun, or carry with really good slow even, and then use like a clockwork off lane.
You
Alright,
know what
there's
would
your
be really
carry.
good too? If they wanted to grab something like put that slider as a position 4 and have a timber saw against the Lifestealer and a centaur.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
They
good.
don't have great lockdown for him at this point in time too, so yeah.
Except the
Hmm?
it's not bad. It's just a little sketchy because it's a lot harder for Slardar to be to catch up without a stun. But they do have the slow with Dazzle. But I'm pretty sure Weaver is going to be a carry, so that should be unless they do. Actually, they could totally be baiting another draft pick here because you can do Weaver position 4, Dazzle, Slardar off. I don't know if they do that because the Centaur Lifestealer combo now, but
There's the OD pickup over on the side of Team NT here. Kind of liking Four Elements Gaming draft a little bit better right now. Of course, Ogre Magi with his Bloodlust onto OD is very, very popular combo, but I feel like this Weaver is going to be very, very slippery to hold on to on the side of Four Elements.
I don't know. They have pretty good lockdown. They have a slow. They have two slows. They have a stun. They have two. Sorry, they have two slows, two stuns. They have an imprisonment. I guess technically you want to call that a stun, maybe. So it's not terrible. Like they have okay ways to pop the Lincolns and keep them contained. But then again, you spend those on the Weaver, you will be getting Slardar crushed and have damage times. It can also be scary.
There is the Vengeful Spirit. I figured we'd be seeing her in this draft, especially when you have the Dazzle and the Slardar, just because of that negative armor stacking up is going to be pretty difficult for the side of Team NT to deal with here.
So here's the question: which one's your 4? Which one's your 5? Or which one's your 1?
It's a very open-ended draft here. You could see really anything. You could see the Venge carry, you could see a Weaver carry, you could see a Slardar carry. Personally, I think that the Weaver is... I kind of want to say I want to see a Vengeful carry really bad here.
I think Weaver carry is the better choice here, though, just because it's a little like yeah, they can lock him down, but I think they can still lock Drow down, or they can lock the Venge down easier. I wonder if they're gonna
They
pick
still
a
left the
Shadow
Venge
Fiend.
in the... Or not the Venge, the Drow in the pool too here.
What's your mid, Weaver?
I mean, it's a little scary because, again, Lifestealer is very good against the Drow.
They have
You've got a
Sniper as
Centaur
well.
who's going to be able to run in. But they do have swap. They've got a lot of stuff for save. And, like, Four Elements Gaming, as we saw in that last game, they're very much in sync with one another, being able to kind of just predict
Shadow
what's coming
Fiend?
in, and then
We gotta
they
pick.
can't have
Oh
Shadow Fiend.
god.
Or,
Yeah.
oh, Tinker. Oof.
We one of those games. All right.
Yeah, I really like the draft coming out from Four Elements Gaming right now. So what do they get for their last support on the side of Team NT here?
Oh man. Clockwork. Something to scout the Tinker. They need some. They need catch.
They do, and they banned out the
They need
Storm
catch really
and the
badly,
Lion.
actually.
So
Actually, Silencer wouldn't be terrible. It's a really good lane. It's got okay armor.
they go with the Disruptor for the Glimpse, I guess. Not too bad. Does have a nice silence as well. It's gonna be a lot about positioning for this Disruptor, though.
It's kind of scary.
It's very scary.
Well, because you're hoping to get the Weaver in a cage, but they have swap out, so it's like it's gonna be real interesting the way the positioning is for the Venge versus the Disruptor.
let's see if my game actually allows me to click anywhere on the screen, because last time it bugged out. We've already got a pause, and I can actually move this time around. So we'll go ahead and we'll introduce the teams while we're waiting on this pause here. Over on Team NT, we've got Lance, who will be playing our Centaur Warrunner. On the Ogre, we've got Amane. On the OD, we've got Torn. On the Disruptor, we've got Lord Forn. And over on the Lifestealer, we have Muzzy. On the side of the Dire, we have Team 4 Elements Gaming. We've got Triple GP going to be playing our Tinker. Zelfer will be playing our Vengeful Spirit. Guns for Hands will be playing Slardar. A Black Lemur will be playing our Dazzle. And Fuzzy Cat will be playing the Weaver. It looks like everyone is ready to go. And they do have a smoke on the Venge. I'm not sure if they're looking to go for... Well, the way that they're all grouped up, I would say they're looking for a First Blood possibly here. And their level 1 is pretty good with this amount of stuns.
Slight tangent because we have time. Do you notice how 4 elements symbols are like illuminated?
What
That's
do you mean
really
illuminated?
Cool. Like they're like neon. Illuminated.
Oh yeah,
like
all I can think of when I look at those is like there used to be a type. Oh, there's the smoke coming out over on the side of 4 Elements. I think of the Snapple bottles like that came out in like I think it was in the 90s.
Oh yeah, the elements.
That's all I can think of when I look at their.
I used to drink Meteor. It's really good.
And they're gonna wrap around on the side. This Disruptor, is kind of in for a little bit of trouble. Forn trying to run himself away. He might actually be able to outrun them. I think the stun range on the magic missile is just not gonna be quite enough. And look at Zelfer. He really wants to get this guy here. Muzzy gonna retreat behind his tower, but they will be able to secure this bonus rune for them over here in the Radiant Jungle. Meanwhile, Centaur, though, knowing that they're all bottom, will be able to get the bounty rune in the top. Giant circle on the map coming out from Weaver. Fuzzy Cat gonna be able to secure himself that rune, and now he's gotta make his way all the way back to lane, though. I wish that maybe his supports had bought him like a TP so he doesn't miss out on any experience, although with Shikuchi he will be able to go pretty fast and won't miss out on much. Oh, it looks like... I got very confused. I thought Weaver was possibly a 4 because he started blocking for the Tinker, but... I'm pretty sure that this Venge is the support considering that she has wards on her. I thought they had just totally thrown me for a loop there. I won't lie.
Dueling bottom? Alright.
And Venge having a little bit of trouble here, trying to harass Lance, of course. That return gonna do a lot of damage to him in the meanwhile. Stomp coming out. We'll catch the Lifestealer. This could be a very dead slider, though, if they're not careful. Looks like he's gonna be able to back off. He's gonna have to use his Solve, though, right off the bat. Meanwhile, over in the mid lane here, it looks like Torn's doing a little bit better of a job with the CSing. Triple GP is a little bit behind, not by much though. He's actually sitting at 3-3 now. He's actually overtaken the OD during the time it took for me to actually speak, so. Nothing too exciting going on there. Where do you think we're gonna see the first blood?
If they keep this dual lane bot, probably bot. Unless Tinker goes max missile, max rocket, but that's a very rare occasion nowadays. Usually, you only put 2 in rocket or 2 in laser. I forget, it's one of the 2. I don't really play that hero. I'd assume it'll just be a farm lane though.
I do kind of like having the Dazzle down here with the Slardar, just because this is kind of a scary lane for Slardar to go to if he goes by himself.
He's dead right now.
He's in a little bit of trouble here. Yeah, they've got the save coming out. They do have Shallow Grave, but they need to pop it though. I think he's gonna be fine actually.
Oh, he didn't get his rage off. That was.
We'll go ahead and they'll pop their shrine. looks like both of the mids here pretty low on regen. Looks like Torn's completely out. I think he's getting his bottle though in the meanwhile. And Tinker does have a couple fairy fires on him. Looks like he too has also grabbed his bottle. Sun coming out over here onto the Lifestealer. Should be able to get out just fine though. If he needs to, yeah, and now it looks like they're actually going to be able to get a kill over on Guns for Hands, although, oh, they might be able to get the kill over onto Muzzy. That Shallow Grave coming in just in time. Nice play coming in here from the Dazzle. They'll still be able to take down the Slider, and it looks like a Black Lemur now is also in a lot of trouble. He's going to try to TP himself out. It's not going to be enough. He's going to get taken down. Looked like they were trying to bait that Slider, and it ended up working, because I was wondering why he wouldn't pop the rage when he first got in, but I guess it was just to draw him in.
Don't necessarily know if that's worth it though.
That's two. I mean, at least the Lifestealer didn't get the kill, right? Double check the log here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't worth it for NT.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Triple GP here doing great here in the middle lane, 18 and 4. OD sitting at 11 and 2. Lance going back to his jungle here, trying to go ahead, jungle up these Tranquil Boots, and it's given a lot of space to Fuzzy Cat. Fuzzy Cat was doing a really great job also in game number 1 with his farm.
Alright, Dazzle's gotta be careful here.
Just a little boop from Lifestealer.
Great dodge.
Ooh, stun isn't up now. They might be able to get a kill over onto him. They go out, they throw out the case. They do have the Shallow Grave. Dazzle should be able to pop that off, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make it out. I think he's still very much dead here. And Ogre turning around. Nice stomp. Oh, but that save coming in. One more hit will be able to take him down, and Forn will be able to clean up on Slardar. That was very, very close there. Nice, nice play coming out from the Dazzle. Almost able to save his Slardar there. But unfortunately, they had just enough range to get the last click off. Tranquil's picked up now over on the center.
Woo!
Bottom lane, Muzzy's gonna have to run for his life. Amane's gonna give his life though in the meanwhile, trying to pull them off of his Lifestealer. Juke around the trees a little bit. Doesn't look like he's gonna be able to get out here though. He's kind of run himself into a corner. Yeah, Amane will give up his life to save Muzzy here. This has been a bloodbath in the bottom lane.
Yeah, they're just this dual lane is just running over this tri lane. I mean, they don't have that many more kills, but the way the lanes are going, they're kind of just running over the lane.
Well, I mean, this is really, really smart coming out from the side of 4 Elements Gaming, because they've only got, you know, you've got the Slider who's supposed to be down this lane anyways. Oh, Centaur ulti's actually going to get used here over in mid. It looks like they're going to try to get the kill over onto Triple GP. He's going to be able to make it though. Those Fairy Fires, oh, he's actually out. Might be able to go ahead and pop those spawn charges. And the Shrine, he's right in the reach of the Shrine. He's actually going to be fine here. Fort's in a lot of trouble. I think he's actually going to get taken down here. One more hit. If he can get that, nope, it's not going to be quite fast enough to grab that rune. And Tinker will help himself to that invis and get his mana back.
They probably could have clicked them like another 6 times before the fade came in, but
that's true. That was very lucky that he was right on the cusp of that cage and was able to get the shrine regen in. Nice play coming out from him. But I was saying earlier, you know, you've got your Slider down here in the road, and they actually put the Dazzle down as well. They're keeping the supports very firmly in place for the most part here on the side of 4 Elements Gaming, and that's been allowing the Tinker to really just do a great job with the farm. Slider now in a little bit of trouble. He's got Mega Slows coming out on him. Lemur's standing nearby, and they seem to realize that they need to be paying a lot of attention to him as well. Still going to be able to run the Slider out. Lemur standing nearby, ready with the heals, ready with the Shallow Grave, and again, lots of aggression going on, but mid lane, ooh, they do have the sentry ward. They saw that he had that. Might be able to get the kill over onto Triple GP. They're actually out of the range of the sentry. He's going to be absolutely fine. feel like we've seen so much action and there's only been like 6 kills. Granted, it is 7 minutes in, but Slardar immediately gonna have to rage up. They turn back around, they're looking at Amane over here, and they will be able to land the crush. Looks like he's gonna try to TP himself out. One more hit though, we'll be able to clean up over on the Ogre. And now Zelfer coming forward, there's no rage available for this lifesteal quite yet. They'll have to go ahead and pop the Centaur ultimate. There is Lord Forn standing nearby on the Disruptor. Guns for Hands turns back in, and he gets a bash over onto this lifestealer. Nice play coming out. Now Guns for Hands is now stuck inside that cage, but it's more of a disengage than anything else. I'm gonna make them over to Shrine. They do have a Radiant Observer over here too, so they'll be able to keep tabs and realize that they're gonna be full health when they come back in. Tinker getting closer and closer to these boots. And Fuzzy Cat just been having the time of his life up here in the top lane. Very little harass or pressure being put on him since everything is happening really in the bot lane.
Ooh, that was close. I think he's still dead though.
Muzzy's in a lot of trouble here. Will turn back around. He pops a mango. Guns for Hands now is not in a very good spot. Is able to land the crush. Dazzle standing nearby. He's looking to get that shallow grave off. He's just not going to be able to mid-cast and immediately Torn. Gonna come back around. Gonna try to respond to this dive and punish it. Stun's coming out. Amane's in a little bit of trouble here. Shallow grave will get used over onto this Vengeful Spirit. And she's still going to be taken down though once that shallow's off. That's a dead spirit.
Yeah, Astral Imprisonment is sort of, it's almost like its own axe dunk, because as soon as you grave, you just Astral Imprisonment and it's pretty much a guaranteed kill.
That is true. Maradazzle this time around actually has himself some boots and he's got a Medallion of Courage here, so they're really going for that whole negative armor strat with the Slardar, Corrosive Haze, you're going to have a Deso on your Weaver, you're going to have the Scream coming out from the Vengeful Spirit, and of course Weave, so very, very spooky for Team NT right now. And they're just constantly keeping pressure on the Lifestealer down here, sitting at 38 and 13 last hits and denies, whereas this Weaver in the top lane, 57 and 12. Lots of pressure being put on him. And the Medallion actually gets used here in the bottom lane. They're going to be able to throw out those Screams of Terror. It's all raged up, though. Oh, Zelfer might be in a little bit of trouble. He still has that stun. Oh, they dodge from the Infest. They're still going to be able to take down the Vengeful Spirit. Throws out that stun. Still take it down now. And now the Glimpse coming back out onto Black Lemur here. He's out of mana. He's out of options. He's going to just take it down. And meanwhile, during all of that, Guns for Hands was able to get a kill over onto Centaur.
I don't know what happened. I'm assuming he just walked to the jungle and found them low HP though.
Probably. And again, Weaver has just been able to farm to his heart's content here. He's going to be able to get this tower here on the top lane. It's a very leisured game for this bug. I'm a little concerned for the side of Team NT right now because it seems like 4 Elements Gaming are just doing that thing again where they just constantly are running at you. They don't give you a chance to catch up and catch your breath. What do you think?
5-man Dota.
It's not even 5-man Dota though, because you've got this Weaver who's just been farming to his heart's content in the top lane. A little bit of pressure being placed onto this Tinker, but everything else, it's just 2 or 3 people in the bot lane almost at all times. Now, do you think part of that...
They should Roche right now, by the way.
On the side of 4 Elements?
Yeah, they could Roche right now if they
yeah,
wanted
with all
to.
their negative armor, definitely. Do you think it would have been any different if they had been able to keep someone in the off lane and put more pressure on the Weaver, do you think?
Versus that tri-lane?
I mean, it's still a terrifying tri-lane, don't get me wrong, but...
Nah, though the problem is the dual lane you'd have to put up there is Ogre plus... You know, your Ogre plus your Centaur, and I think you just immediately die bot lane. Even worse if Dazzle and Slardar stay down there. Because the Ogre was like, you know, using his bouncer. And without him, they would have been even worse off.
This is a little suspect here, just because of the fact that they don't have anyone super duper tanky to be able to tank this Roche, but they do have a lot of negative armor coming up with the Weave. They've also got, the Scream of Terror, the Medallion, and the Casual Blightstone. Meanwhile, bottom lane, NT Torn gonna be able to clean up over on the Slardar, but at what cost? Because they're gonna be able to get this Roche. And then it's just gonna be the 5-man Dota where they run at you. Meanwhile, bottom lane, NT putting some pressure on this tower. They want to buy a little bit more space for Muzzy here, but now they just realized that they were able to get this Roche. TPs are coming in, lots of spam coming out. Oh, Centaur running forward, but where's the rest of the team? They all ran the opposite way. Silence coming out, Dazzle's actually going to get taken down here, and there's going to be a glimpse coming back. They really want to try to grab triple TP here, but Slardar are going to come back in here, looking for the stun over onto Muzzy. There's a lot of damage coming off of this tower. He's very, very low. Immediately, the stun coming in from Lance. What a player! He's actually going to get taken down by the March, though. And Tinker TPing himself in. He's looking for blood again. Immediately the Astra will come out. Torn gonna try to get himself out, but there's too much negative damage coming out. Not negative damage, sorry, negative armor. Oh my goodness. And Amane will be running for his life here. It's only the supports who are alive left, and I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to make it out alive. Stun comes out over onto the Slardar. There goes Amane. The only one left standing is this Disruptor. And so it begins, the 5-man Dota.
Hey, another thing that's really good about amp damage, don't forget too, that we, sorry, not amp damage, Corrosive Haze, is the free track it gives you for rockets. It's pretty good.
Was it getting closer and closer towards that armlet, but I'm afraid that the side of, Poor Elements Gaming are just gonna run over them before he can get enough traction going here. Glimpse coming back in here, but oh, the Slardar blinks in immediately. Should be able to get kill over onto Disruptor. Nice swap coming in. They're going after Torn. The stun is going to come out though from Amane. Coming back in here. Triple GP. He's looking for this kill here. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to find it. He's a little bit too low on mana. They actually use the center. Lance comes back in with a Lifestealer Bomb. We'll be able to wipe off Slardar. Selfer now in a lot of trouble here. He's going to pay for his life. And that's a double kill coming out over on this Centaur. And that's the Blink Dagger too coming out here. Forget
what do you laser? I think he lasered the catapult?
Possibly. Maybe he's got quick cast on. He just moved at the wrong time. I don't know.
The Tinker's back up, and Tower Push is gone.
I mean, that is one of the perks coming out from the side of Team NT is that they do have heroes that can stand in that march pretty well. You know, Centaur being the obvious choice. You've got, of course, Ogre, who is naturally tanky, and Lifestealer, who does have Rage. Although Slardar standing nearby here, that's a little scary here for Muzzy, because he doesn't have any vision over on his side, and they do have this one observer. I just clicked something off on my screen. Oh my goodness.
Mizzy? Mizzy? Oh, Mizzy.
Muzzy's in a lot of trouble here. He's gonna go ahead, rage up. He might be able to get out. But he's gonna run back into the Dazzle here. Blink coming forward, actually gonna miss. And the Centaur ulti will get used to save him and run him out just in time. Meanwhile, Weaver over on the side has found Forn. Forn actually going ahead. He uses his ultimate, trying to slow down Weaver. He's pretty low here, and will actually just kind of back himself around. They do have the sentry over on the side. These creeps are just wailing over on Weaver, but he's going to be able to just run himself out here. And Lemar also having that haste rune will be able to be fine. Shrine will get used. And now they don't have their shrine available over here. They don't have the Disruptor ulti for a little bit longer. I think, Poor Element's feeling pretty good about that, pick-off over there. Looks like they want to go over on the mid tower as well. Centaur ulti still down for another 22 seconds. And they still have the Aegis on Weaver, I believe. Yes?
Yep.
Yeah, it's getting real close to that Deso as well. So, your Team NT, what do you do? How do you deal with this run-at-you kind of strategy?
You hope they go Roche again, and then you steal the Roche again. That would be awesome. They need to start looking for picks. Go Lifestealer and Centaur need to go find this Weaver and kill him before he gets his Lincolns or anything like that online. Currently, he looks like he switched to going to Deso, so they really need to find him and kill him like on repeat.
Centaur doesn't have dust. That's yeah. Immediately too, the Tinker will come back and do a respond. They do spot them again over at the side. The Centaur ultimate gets used. He's coming forward. He's actually going to miss his stomp. And I think they need to reset here. Muzzy going in. He wants to get the kill. The Weaver has actually just lost that Aegis here. Might be able to save Black Lemur. Lemur is going to throw the Shallow Grave up on himself. And that's a lot of damage coming through here with the walk. And Fuzzy Cat, he's got his eyes on the prize. He wants to go in for this kill. He's waiting for the rest of his team to back him up here. And he's going to come around the corner. Maybe be able to take down Torn. Torn, of course, is going to be able to back himself out. He has the Astral Imprisonment. Muzzy running himself away as well. The swap coming out, though, Forn will be the Sacrificial Lamb. And Fuzzy Cat on a killing spree. Meanwhile, bot lane, Tinker is going to be able to push that wave in and advance on that tower. Looks like they're gonna try to defend this here. They do have the Lifestealer Bomb over in the Centaur again, but looks like 4 Elements Gaming not ready to play unless it's on their terms here.
Yep.
There's the jump forward. They will be able to take this Lardar down and then use the Centaur ulti to just move themselves out, although they use the ultimate over here on the Delta. Nice swap coming out from the Vengeful Spirit. Gonna try to TP herself out. There's a Shallow Grave as well. Will absolutely be able to make it out, although the double damage on the Weaver will be able to clean up the Ogre in the meanwhile. I don't know why I said that like a weirdo.
Because it's late.
Probably. A lot of mobility coming out on this Tinker now. He's got his bots, he's got his Blink Dagger. It's gonna be hard to pin him down.
Man, Tinker and Weaver are far ahead.
Yep, we've got a 9.4k net worth over on Weaver, 9.3 over on our Tinker, and the next closest on the side of Team NT would be Torn on the Outworld Devourer at 7.5. And this Lifestealer is in a lot of trouble. Immediately there's the Corrosive Haze getting placed up. They throw the bugs out on him as well. Swap coming out. They use the Centaur ultimate though. I think he might be in a little bit of trouble here, although it looks like they're going to be able to maybe save him. This bug is just doing so much damage over on him. Trying to, oh, the stun coming forward from Guns for Hands. They're actually able to clean up the Lifestealer.
The Spinner Cigar.
They seem pretty pleased with that, so they're gonna go take this mid tower. A little bit of movement going on here in the top lane with Lance. He's looking to jump over onto the Tinker maybe, but the laser will come out and the rocket. He's just gonna run out and save himself here.
Roche is going to be quick this time too, so they might look to take the tier 2 back off and then Roche.
Oh, they're looking over at maybe jumping on Torn. Immediately they will jump over onto the OD, throw out the Corrosive Haze. There's this Dragon Pipe getting used. And, uh-oh, looks like they're having a little bit of trouble. They're able to save with a nice swap. Fuzzy Cat will live to fight another day. Might be able to even get a kill over onto Lance, though. But now he's going to have to go ahead, push himself back. There's the Dazzle standing nearby with the heal. The Wave of Terror not actually going to connect here. Stomp coming forward. They do land it over on Muzzy. Tinker coming back in now. He's looking for this kill. This is going to be a dead Amane, I think, with those rockets. No, he's just going to be quiet enough, and Centaur is going to blink himself forward. There's just so much Tinker spam coming on. It's going to be very difficult for them to get the initiation that they want using the Centaur, especially with the ultimate. They'd have to go ahead and use it here. They're not going to be able to rely on the blink. And there goes mid tower. And Roche is getting pinged out now. They're going to be able to take this very, very quickly.
They have potential to steal it if they get there. They pinged it out. They know they're in there.
It doesn't look
but
like
it's
Lifestealer
probably going to be dead.
Go.
Yeah, they have their chance. They have their chance.
Yeah, they need to have the lifesteal go, I think, if they want to contest this anyway.
Beyond, yeah.
Look at it just melt. And again, Fuzzy Cat will take the Aegis. Smoke gets used. That Observer Ward should have spotted it out.
I think it did, and they knew they were doing it. It was just too fast, like, because they have to go back to base and like regen.
No, I mean talking about the smoke that they just used.
Yeah, sorry.
It looks like they're just gonna go right for this tier 2 top. Easy peasy.
Tinker has Ags now.
Oh boy, yep. This is gonna be very, very difficult for Team NT to really defend, honestly.
Yeah, their high ground is pretty awful. Their out spam is it's not great.
OD down here needs to be really careful. I mean, they do have vision, they do see most of them over on the side, but Slardar has not within any of the radiant vision currently. He's very, very forward here.
Slardar was looking for a pick for it.
He should be fine. I think he's just gonna TP himself out here. Yep. Solar Crest completed over on the Dazzle. We've got a Ghost Scepter now, the Vengeful Spirit. We're just gonna go right for this tower here. TP coming out over here on mid. Looks like they're gonna try to defend this tower. It should be able to get taken down though. Slider coming forward. Oh, beautiful glimpse coming out from Foreign. We'll send Slider right back to where he came from. But they're missing all of their outer towers now, which makes it very, very difficult for any of them really to farm safely, especially when you know that a Tinker can show up pretty much at any minute.
DD rebot as well, I think. Yeah, so.
It's like Venge is transitioning as well into more of a core. She's going to be picking up a Dragon Lance. Centaur coming forward. He actually misses the stomp. And immediately, oh, look at him just melt with all this negative damage. Or, sorry, armor. Oh my goodness. Mane now in a lot of trouble. They'll be able to clean him up in just a couple clicks. And that's two people down. Ogre gonna have to buy himself back here. They don't have the... Oh, there's another crush coming in. Foreign in a little bit of trouble. Any sort of an issue. This Weaver with DD is just nasty right now. Look at how much damage she's doing. It's actually disgusting. And these racks are just gonna get melted by all this damage coming out from the Weaver, the Deso, all that stuff. Slardar coming forward, immediately gonna be able to go ahead and stun him on it here. Lincolns gets popped over on Fuzzy Cat. Oh, they're able to go ahead, glimpse him back. They still have the Aegis though. Shouldn't be too big of a deal even if he goes down here. And they use a lot of resources to take down the Weaver. Centaur is now very, very far forward here. Gonna come back in. Nice swap coming out. We'll be able to save Fuzzy Cat. And they turn back around here. Life's really doing a lot of damage in the back line, but they're actually able to glimpse Fuzzy Cat back. He's gonna have to go ahead and use his ultimate. Oh, but they drop the hammer. They're able to take down the Slardar. And Tinker, though, still able to take down Lifestealer in the meanwhile. So they lost two people over on the side of 4 Elements Gaming, and they lost the Lifestealer, though. But I don't think they're too concerned about it, because now they can go ahead and take Shrines. We're seeing quite a big lead now going over to the side of Four Elements Gaming. They're almost about 20,000 K net worth ahead, and a little bit less than 10K net worth. Or sorry, not net worth, experience earned.
I kind of wish this Weaver would just go straight Butterfly at this point, or even a BKB, because Lifestealer has no farming item, and he is not going to be even remotely close to a KB. The way they're going, yeah. KB. Okay.
Well, I like how Four Elements is playing here. They're very, very efficient. You know, they make sure that they put a lot of pressure. Oh, meanwhile, over in mid, we lose Horn. Guns for Hands gonna
Speaking of pressure and efficiency.
Yeah. I mean, I've never watched them play before, but they're just very, very smart. They make a lot of space for their carry. And then once they have what they need, they just start taking towers and they don't let up. Gordon actually has a BKB now, which will be helpful in the next fight, but I'm not sure it's gonna be enough. Dragonlance completed now over on the Vengeful Spirit. Another DD rune for this Weaver.
I don't know if they'll have quite the same impact with this one though. The lanes aren't necessarily pushed like they were last time.
But I mean, they've got total map control coming out from the side of Four Elements right now.
Well, actually, they know they're on the bot lane. He could actually just sneak up to the tower right now and hit it if he wanted to, but kind of dangerous.
No reason to push it at this point. Slardar, he's getting antsy, I feel like. You've got the sprint going on. I think he's looking for some sort of opening where he can just jump forward here. And he's been really on point with his initiations or counter initiations. And they've got the Lifestealer bomb. They will jump forward immediately. They pop the Lincolns over onto the Weaver here, but all these lasers, rockets coming out from Tinker. He's got a sheep stick as well now. It could be even scary for them to try to come forward. He's able to take down the tower. Being held into place, they do have that one sentry. They gather up for the weave, and they look to go back in. The dewarding begins. Centaur comes forward here. He does have the stomp. They'll be able to go ahead, jump forward, maybe take out the Tinker. Tinker's taking a lot of damage here. I don't think he's going to get healed up quite in time. Meanwhile, Hammer gets dropped over on the side. Nice blink coming out from Sulfur here. A lot of silence coming out. Torn doing a lot of damage. He's still on a lot of int at this point. 52 int has been taken off of the enemy team. Coming forward and going to be able to take down the Dazzle. Not going to be able to take down Sulfur though. And Fuzzy Cat is godlike right now with the double kill spring. Stomp coming forward. Just trying to slow him down a little bit, but he definitely needs more help here. This one Centaur alone can't fight this tiny bug. Another Stomp coming in. Pops the Lincolns. And Weaver knows it's time to just head on out. Looks like Dazzle is rearranging all of his items, trying to get himself an Aether Lens, maybe? No, he's got the,
Lotus Orb.
yeah, I was about to say with the, plate mail there. But he does have that Ring of Health, plus he took apart his boots, so I got really confused for a moment.
Lotus Sword? Not really a fan of it, this game, completely honest.
Why is that?
I mean, if you Astral, you're just Astraling the OD back, which can be safe for him in a way. If you It's okay for open wounds, but I would rather have a Force Staff just for overall positioning, or even a Glimmer Cape if anyone gets stuck in the next field, or a Yule's. It's not bad, but
I do think, yeah, Glimmer Cape could be a pretty good thing, especially if you're caught in the static storm. They do have quite a few Force Staffs or Hurricane Pikes on their team as well. They've got one over on the Vengeful Spirit, I believe. Oh, I thought Weaver had one. He's just got the Dragon Lance there. And they're gonna go for Roche. Yet again. Third Roche.
let's see, -8. -28 armor
Yep.
for a second there. Yeah.
Just melting me for 23. And it looks like they're gonna put the Aegis on Weaver again and put the cheese on the Slider.
Sardar almost has AC as well.
Glimpse coming back. Oh, Born's gonna be thanking his lucky stars. Although there's definitely going to be quite the battle running towards him very soon. Anyways, he's just kind of buying himself some time, I feel. That is a giant tower in the Radiant base. Born's standing nearby. He's hidden up over onto the side here. Might be able to come forward throughout that static storm. But again, Weaver does have the Aegis, so I'm not sure if he wants to. Look, Born is just dying here, like to this march. Oh my goodness. In fact, Weaver coming around the corner. Nice stomp coming in here. Miniature Ravage, in fact. Turning around over onto Amane. We'll be able to wipe him down. And now Slardar, he's just gonna have to pop that cheese. He's just getting taken down too fast by this OD. OD now having 32 int, but Black Lemur will fall, so it's a little bit of a gone, but there's gonna be guns for hands just coming in with that nice initiate. Muzzy now in a lot of trouble. He's gonna get taken down. The buyback coming out from the OD. This is probably gonna be their last stand here. They're actually going to call it GG, so congratulations to 4 Elements Gaming with their extreme run at you strats. Definitely paid off here.
Yeah, that was a pretty sick opening round for them. That was impressive.
Well, GG to Team NT. Thank you so much, Pink Tops, for being my co-caster. And looks like that's going to be it for the night, guys. I've got a couple other matches coming up this week. Tomorrow night I actually have, let's see, I think I have, it's Makes You Think. Yeah, Really Makes You Think versus Daddy Dave's Daycare, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Saturday I've got Falcons versus Hidden